If your business serves a local area, then there's no better place to be found than right here. But showing up in the coveted Google Map Pack is easier said than done, and there are literally dozens of factors that go into who shows up here and in what order. But rather than tearing your hair out focusing on them all, what if you could just focus on a handful of things that are going to have the biggest impact on your ability to rank? Well, today's your lucky day because you can. So when it comes to ranking in your local map pack, there are 7 big buckets of things that go into it, including backlinks to your website, user signals like how long they stay on your page, click-through rates, all that kind of stuff, citations around the web. So these are pretty much just directory listings, social profiles, any mention of your business name, address, and phone number online. What you put on your website itself. Basically, all the things that you do for regular SEO will help you in the map listings as well. Reviews, including your overall star rating, how many you've got, and how often you get them. Personalization for the individual searcher. In other words, their unique search and browsing history, as well as what device they're on and where they're searching from, will all skew the results for that user specifically. And finally, your Google Business Profile. So this just so happens to be the single most important element when it comes to ranking in maps. And the good news is, most of it is completely in your control. So let's talk about the 3 most important elements within your Google Business Profile that you can actually control and manipulate, and how to use them to your ultimate advantage. So let's start with number 1, your primary Google Business Profile category. When you set up your profile, you can choose from a list of nearly 4,000 business categories, but you want to choose the one that most closely matches with the primary keyword phrase that you'd want to rank for. For example, if you want to rank for the term dental implants, you'd want to choose dental implants periodontist, not just periodontist or dentist. And fair warning, what you want to rank for won't always be available as an option, so just get as close as you possibly can. And a pro tip here, so sometimes it helps to do a little spying on your competitors. Just do a search on your keyword phrase you want to rank for yourself and see who pops into those positions 1, 2, and 3. Then you want to see what they chose as their primary category. You know, after all, it's working for them, so chances are that's what you should choose too. And the next most important Google Business Profile factor is keywords in your business name. Now, this is the most controversial thing in this list, so we need to be very careful how we tread here. So, long story short, if your actual business name happens to include the keywords that you want to rank for, and you can put that business name into your Google Business Profile, something like Reflections Day Spa, perfect. Having those keywords in your actual business name will help you rank for the phrase day spa. However, if your business name is just Reflections or even Reflections Spa, Google does not want you padding your business name on your profile with keywords that aren't actually part of your legal business name. So they will probably penalize you if you do that. So the way that you can use this to your advantage mostly comes into play when you're setting up your business in the first place. You know, in that moment when you can still name your business just about anything you want to, as long as it's not taken, of course. So do your keyword research and figure out if it makes sense to include your primary phrase in your legal business name or not. So my advice here is, if it sounds natural, go for it. But if it's going to sound awkward or spammy, I'd probably just go with whatever version sounds best. Okay, the next element you can control that still has a really big impact on your rankings is all about your additional business categories. So after you've chosen your primary business category, a little later in the process, you'll get the chance to include extra categories too. Now, they currently let you choose up to 9 of them, and some experts out there claim that it's possible to actually dilute your ranking potential by maxing those out. But according to my friend Darren Shaw, who literally wrote the report on this stuff, category dilution isn't really anything to worry about. So what he recommends is adding all relevant categories you can with the emphasis here on relevant. Going back to our dental implants example, you'd also want to include things like dental implants provider, periodontist, dentist, and dental clinic. But you'd probably want to stay away from things like dental school, right? Because it's not actually relevant to your business. In other words, this ain't the place for keyword stuffing. It will not help you here. But by adding additional relevant categories that you can actually back up, you open yourself up to ranking potential for more and more keyword phrases, getting you even more local visibility. So now let's talk about what you shouldn't be focusing on, and that is your physical location. It is true that your address is a big ranking factor in maps. There's just no getting around that, but there's also not much you can do about it either. If someone's searching for a dry cleaner, Google Maps is going to show them the ones that are close by. If you're in suburb A, you're probably not going to show up in a map result for someone searching in suburb B, unless there's just no competition. And along the same lines, if you're in suburb A and you're trying to rank in the major city that's 10 miles away, the fact that your physical address is not physically in that city will also probably prevent you from reaching your goal. So unless you're willing to get a new address, which by the way, some businesses do that, you should just really concentrate on those things that you do have control over, so you can rank for those searchers who are close by. But there's something else you can do to improve your online visibility as well as your trustworthiness as a business, and that's getting more of those 5-star Google reviews. So click on this video right here. It's the next in our Starting a Profitable Business series, and I'll show you how to get more reviews that are going to actually help your business. So click right here, and I'll see you in a second.